Good day there, and hello to our new undergraduate freshmen. So this is a first, a virtual orientation. It's certainly a first for us, and I'm sure it's a first for you guys as well. So basically what this here is a chance for introductions. For example, I'm Carl from the admissions office. Some of you I may have met before, guided you through your application process and enrolment. Others I have not met yet, and hopefully will get the opportunity to do so soon. So this is also an introduction to key areas and staff members, certain personnel that will be really important figures in your journey here at RIT Dubai, the journey from a cub to a tiger, if I can use the RIT mascot. And that's just something that is going to allow you to really excel here at RIT. So do take a pen and paper, a notepad on your tablet, just to jot down some key names and areas that will be useful for you to know. It's certain areas that you're going to be told about, you will have to interact with, and we will highlight those to you through this process. And it's also just an opportunity for you to gather more information about RIT, where you're starting your next step in further education as well. So it's a great opportunity for that, and to learn more about us as well. So what we will then look to say is, we want you here for your academics, of course, that's a vital part of your university studies. However, you'll also get to hear from the likes of our athletic coordinator, Tashreeq, the student government team, the student president, because it's not just about academics. There's a lot more that goes on at university than just classes and studying. It's about developing a person holistically, and that's all facets of your character and personality. As well as you grow, we want you to grow with us, and vice versa. So do take note of other areas. You don't have to be an athlete on scholarship to go and play football. You can do it because it's your hobby as well. So understand that there's lots of opportunities open to you. We have a vast array of clubs open that are run by our student government, and they're open to you. They're always open to new ideas as well. So if you have one, bring it, and they'll onboard it for you as well. Now, additionally, a key part of what we're doing here is to say that I hope that your application and your enrolment is all completely finalised and you're ready to register fully for classes. Now, if you haven't done that yet, then what we will need to do is complete that process, and you can do that via one of my colleagues in the admissions team that has coordinated your application for you, giving you the acceptance, etc. Alternatively, if you're already in connection with my colleague Roberta Ann, she will be there to do that with you too. So please do pass forward anything to her that would allow us to register you completely, and that's a vital aspect of your next steps. So whether it be your equivalency, submitting your IELTS, we must ensure that that is done so that you can fully immerse yourself in the RIT experience from the start. Okay, so that's what we'll look to do. Now, aside from that, get a drink, relax, watch the video, get some facts, get some figures, get some information, and we'll look to have you here on campus soon, because as we know, we are starting online, which again is another fresh thing for us to do, and we hope to then shortly be in the new campus when it's safe to do so. And you'll also hear that from our president, Dr. Yusuf, who you'll get to hear from in this video, and you'll get updates from him and the student affairs team on what happens going forward. So we all hope to be there as quickly as possible, but most importantly, as safe as possible. So for the moment, good day, take care, and we'll leave it there. Bye bye.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. On behalf of everyone at RIT Dubai, I would like to welcome our new students to our university. And I am sure that your journey with us will be very exciting and very successful. Maybe you know that Industry 4 has really changed the landscape of jobs now and in the future. Many of the jobs which we see at the moment, they will change in the form, and many new jobs will be created. And universities, they have really to respond to that and prepare you for the future. Now, what RIT is doing in order really to prepare you for the future? The first thing we did is really we looked at the curricula, and we said if industry really does not come and help us and really change the curricula, design the curricula, then we have a problem. Not only they will help us, the industry people, in designing the curricula, but also they will be teaching the curricula with us. And when you join the university, you will find big international companies. They will be part of the education which you will have at our university. In addition to that, their projects, their challenges which they face in the industry, they will give it to us and to our students and to our faculty to find solutions. And based on these solutions, maybe they can deploy it in the region and outside the region. We looked at the co-op program. Our co-op program, internship program, is very long. And we are proud of that because that will prepare you for the future. And when you graduate, you tell those people who are going to hire you that I have the industrial experience needed. However, we changed the format even of the co-op program. Currently at the moment, you can do the classical internship where you go and work with a company for a certain period of time. But also, you can decide to do research with our faculty. And that will help you to conduct research and really develop a new concept, new solutions to the problem. The other one is really part of the co-op program. We will teach you how to build up your own company and your own startup. The other option we have at the moment is really we teach our students how to become consultants. And this will be done in conjunction with our faculty. So when you graduate, you will have the skills alone going to the company and you become part of their innovation in the company which you will join. In addition to that, as you know, we are moving to our new campus very shortly. Now the idea is how do we build the campus such that it is ready for the future? And we said we need themes for this campus in order to make it a different campus and to make it like an open lab where you can really experiment in the campus. The first thing is the campus will be a smart campus, and we have smart labs that create smart solutions. And we will ask you when you join us to find a challenge and try to find a smart solution using the technology within the campus. And in addition to that, we will have companies that will help you to do that. And even maybe when you find the solution, the smart solution, you can take it outside the university and it becomes your own solution which you created while you are studying. The second theme is sustainability. To us, sustainability is beyond using solar panel in order to create energy. What other formats of energy we need to develop? How can we really manage the energy? How can we make it smart? The third theme is innovation. And innovation to us is very critical. And that's why we are having the Innovation Center to be the signature building of the new campus, where it will be a maker space, where companies, students, faculty, the community, they come together in that space and try to really create solutions and to invent new ways of doing business. The fourth theme is connected campus. We are going to allow companies to be hosted in the campus, where it will be very close to you, where you can really join these companies, do experiments with them, solve their problems, and do your training there. So it will be a complete ecosystem that will develop you in order to create businesses and helping achieve the goals of the company which you will join, and at the same time achieve your goals. So in short, we are not really interested in giving you courses and a degree. What we are interested in is really prepare you for the future, and we are saying don't just go into the future ready, but maybe you need to create your future from now. Welcome to RIT Dubai, and thank you very much.
Welcome everyone. We are so happy to have you be part of the RIT Dubai community. My name is Sashni. I'm the HR officer here at RIT Dubai, and I'm going to tell you about some of the services our office assists students with. First of all, residence visas. I'm sure you've received detailed information about the visa process from Mrs. Roberta Ann Abuel from the admissions office. I'm going to run through it with you here. If you're residing outside the UAE, you will receive an entry permit electronically. Make sure to print this document, carry it with you, and provide it to the immigration officer at the airport upon arrival. Once you're here, please take this document along with your original passport to Mr. Iraq Al-Janabi. He's our visa and legal officer at RIT Dubai. He will email you with the scheduled date and time for your medical test and fingerprinting. So please try to be on time for these appointments. Once this process is done, he will email you when you can collect your passport and Emirates ID. Secondly, medical insurance. As per the DHA guidelines, it is mandatory that all students have medical insurance cover. So if you are already covered through your parents, please make sure to provide a copy of that document at the time of registration. But if you need more information about our medical insurance cover regarding the benefits and the registration process, please send me an email on ssfcada@rit.edu. And finally, we also issue letters for students. If you want to open a bank account, get an RTA No card, if you need letters for the immigration, embassies, consulates, or any sort of other entity to show proof that you are a student at RIT Dubai, we will issue these letters for you. Again, you can send me an email on ssfcada and provide the information that you need on these letters. If you need more information about any of the things that I have mentioned earlier, please, again, send me an email and I will definitely get back to you. Once again, we are so happy and excited to have you be part of the community, so welcome to RIT.
Hi, my name is Manuel and I work in the finance office. I'm here to give a short brief on the billing structure and payment plans we offer. So, we offer 3 payment plans, namely yearly, semester-wise and monthly. As per the yearly plan, the tuition for fall and spring semesters are required to pay in one installment before the deadline of 20th September. As per the semester plan, the tuition needs to be paid in 2 installments. So for fall, before 20th September, and for spring, before 31st of January. As per the monthly plan, the tuition can be paid in 8 installments throughout the year, 4 installments for each semester. So for fall semester, you pay from September to December in 4 installments, and for spring from January to April. And the deadline for the monthly payment plan is 15th of each month. By default, we bill the students as per the semester payment plan. So if you want to take the yearly or the monthly plan, please email us and we will do the refull. The fee structure, which I explained you earlier, is for students taking 12 to 18 credit hours. So basically, if a student is taking 12 to 18 credit hours, we term here as a full-time student. Students taking less than 12 credit hours are termed as part-time students. Students taking less than 12 credit hours will be billed per credit hour and not the fixed tuition amount which I mentioned to you earlier. The per credit hour rate is 2,710 and this amount will be applied on how many credits you will be taking. And for students who are taking more than 18 credit hours, we term it as overload. So any student who is taking more than 18 credit hours, for an example, if a student is taking 19 credit hours, you will be charged the fixed amount. For example, for the monthly payment plan, you will be charged 32,520, and for that extra credit hour which you are taking above 18, you will be charged 2,710. And please note that this tuition fees which I explained to you earlier includes only for fall and spring semester, and this doesn't cover the summer tuition. So if you are enrolled for summer semester, you will be billed separately in the month of May. And for students who do not meet the TOEFL, IELTS or math or physics placement, they usually cannot take more than 12 credit hours. They will be part-time. They will be on the part-time status. The reason is because they require to take a 0 credit hour course because they did not meet the requirement. For these students, the billing is slightly different. They will be billed for whatever credits they are taking, bachelor credits they are taking, and then they will be also charged for the extra course which they are taking, which is 0 credit hour course. It will be billed separately. So any of these students, you can contact us. So all of you have paid an enrollment deposit of 2,500. So this amount is part of your tuition and will be adjusted towards your tuition right away. So for students taking yearly and semester plan, this will be adjusted in the month of September. But for students who are taking the monthly plan, this will be adjusted in the month of December. So in the month of December, you pay minus 2,500. So we have different payment modes. So you can pay by cash, credit card or by check by coming to finance office, or also you can do a bank transfer or wire transfer for international students without coming to office. Also you can go to any Emirates NBD CDM machine, the cash deposit machine, and deposit the cash or check, or any Emirates NBD branch tellers, you can go there and deposit to our bank account. But please make sure students who are depositing the cash through the machines or you're doing a bank transfer, please share us the proof of payment, because we need to know whose amount it is, because we get similar amounts for many students and we need to track whose amount it is. For more details on fees, you can check our website on tuition and fees page. Please note that You all will receive emails of billing statements from us shortly to the emails which you have registered with us during your enrollment time. If you want the billing statements to be sent to your parents' email ID, please register those with us. You can send us an email with the details. Our office timings are from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Sundays to Thursdays, and we have 5 staff in finance office. For any further inquiries, you can contact us on 04371 2035. This is the direct line number of Ms. Jenilyn. And for any inquiries, you can also drop us an email on dubaiar@rit.edu. Welcome each one of you to RIT family.
Hello, my name is Kelly Gosa. I'm the Associate Director of Student Affairs at RIT Dubai. Welcome to the RIT family. I hope that you are excited to start your university experience in the next few weeks. Your summer preparation and new student orientation are key to your success as a new student. During New Student Orientation Week, you will take the first of many steps on an exciting journey ahead of you. I want to assure you that you will not be on your own during this journey and will make your way with the help of family, friends, staff, and faculty. Leading up to and during orientation, you will have the opportunity to learn more about strategies for adjusting to university life successfully and how to get involved at the university. The Office of Student Affairs is here to support you in numerous ways while you focus on your academics. Our office facilitates student accommodation, commuter transportation, special needs and accommodations, student leadership and athletic opportunities, in addition to other important support. My advice to you is to take full advantage of your time at RIT. You will be surprised how quickly the next 4 years will pass by. Make sure you not only devote yourself to your studies, try to make time to have fun, try new things, and forge forever friendships. On behalf of the entire RIT community, I wish you a great start to your first semester and look forward to working with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tashriq Mohammed. I'm the Athletic Officer at RIT Dubai. I'm going to be telling you about the services the Athletic Division offers. First of all, for those of you who are interested in playing sports either competitively or socially, the Athletic Division offers a wide range of quality sports and recreational opportunities in an organized and safe environment. The coaches and I put a lot of emphasis on building a culture here that focuses on a family environment, positive energy, competition, but more importantly, having fun. All our coaches here are qualified in their respective sports, and we ensure we get the best out of every player. We encourage all students to take part in athletics, either through our intramural sports, which is open to the entire RIT community, or our varsity sport teams, where students would attend tryouts every semester, practice 2 to 3 times a week, and compete and represent the university in many tournaments and leagues throughout the UAE. Now, we all know the positive effects of sport and fitness. My advice to all of you is to make the most of your time here by getting involved in athletics, learning a new skill, taking on a new challenge, stepping out your comfort zone, making many new friends, but most importantly, have fun while doing so. Welcome to the RIT family, and we look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome everyone to this session. My name is Khalid Khawaja and I'm the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at RIT Dubai. Well, congratulations on becoming an RIT Tiger. This is a big step towards your career and congratulations for it. What I will try to do in the few minutes that I have with you is give you a couple of hints on how to be successful this first semester. The hints are related to pointing you towards key important services that we have here at RIT Dubai. A lot of times it's really sad. Students sometimes tell me about issues they're facing and I'm like, but we can help you. We could have helped you with this. You didn't know about this service available here or that service available there. And unfortunately, a lot of times, or sometimes, let me say, they're unaware of it. So I'll try to cover some of them here. But really the message is always reach out. We are here to stick with you all the way till the end to make sure that you graduate with the degree that will allow you to succeed in your career. We're very confident that we're offering Class 1 education, and we want to make sure that you graduate with it. So let me start with those. And a key thing I want to emphasize here, that a lot of times students arrive from high school and they make the wrong decision that, I will not really pay attention this first semester. Let me have some fun and then I'll take care of business afterwards. This is really the wrong attitude. The right attitude is to really be aware of all that's available for you. Set the rhythm this first semester, be successful, and I assure you, if you do that the first term, it'll just be an easy ride all the way through. That's how it usually happens. People who make the other wrong decision, they sometimes end up digging themselves into a hole, and it's really hard to get out of it. So let's together, try to look into this. If you have any issues, please make sure you talk to us. We're always available, and we will make sure that you succeed. So I'll cover 4 things here. Number 1 is advising and the advising services. Number 2 is the co-op and co-op services that are available. Number 3 is the academic support services, what students like to refer to as the tutoring center or the writing center. And finally, the faculty office hours. These are key elements to start with. They're not the only elements that are available. They're just important ones to start with. But please keep in mind that there's so much that we're behind you. That's really the message here. So advising. Every student has 2 types of advisors, professional advisor and faculty advisor. When you log into the system, there are several IT systems that you will learn to use during your stay here at RIT. SIS is one of them, and when you log in there, you'll actually find out that you have 2 advisors. One is a professional full-time advisor, and one is faculty advisor. This is one member of our faculty who is assigned to be available to you if you have some type of advice that you need related to the degree that you are after. In order to make sure that you see your advisor, we have a mandatory advising system, whereby through the system, we will actually force you to go see your advisor, both the professional and the faculty advisor, at least once a year. Once a year is not a lot, but we need to make sure that you at least do it once a year. You can do it, obviously, they're always available. You can always schedule an appointment, go see one of those advisors. But we need to make sure that you see them at least once. And if you don't go see them, you will not be able to register for the following semester. You will not be able to do anything. So you really need to do that. What do you do when you see your advisor? Be frank, be open. There are a lot of options in your academic career here at RIT Dubai. So there are certain courses that you have to take that are required, but there's so many options that you can, that the degree allows you to take. And it's really important to know about these available options. And sometimes engaging in a dialogue with your advisor will open up certain doors for you. So I'll give you a simple example. Let's say out of the box, upon arrival, you're really interested in history as a topic that you really like to explore. There is an element within your, whatever you're studying, engineering, business, computing, there is a component within your degree that allow you to take such courses so that you widen your horizon and, opens up your the horizon of your thinking. So let's say you start with that, but then on next meeting with your advisor, you heard from a friend about a particular immersion or a particular course. So let's say in digital business. So you talk to your advisor about it. I heard about this course, and your advisor will allow you and will point you to the proper course so that you can satisfy that desire and that interest that you have. You may come and say, I kind of realized that having some knowledge in economics while I'm doing computing, it can be really important to me. And then you find out through that discussion that there is an immersion in economics or a minor in economics that you can set up your plan such that you can do that while finishing your degree on time. So that dialogue, that discussion is really important, and the key to all of that is your advisor. So make sure you get comfortable talking to your advisors, both of them, the faculty and the professional advisor, and you'll be actually scheduled to talk to the professional advisor very shortly if you haven't seen her or already. But you will be talking to her soon, and so get used to really making sure you use it effectively, and you keep on using it effectively afterwards. The second point I would like to talk to you about is the cooperative education component. You may have already been told about that all RIT Dubai students are required to do a co-op, or what other universities call internship, before you graduate. And the amount of internship or co-op you have to do varies depending on the degree. It could be as low as 1 summer, but it could be, and that's with your business degree, or it could be as high as almost a year for those who are doing an engineering degree. And the idea behind it, I don't know if you all seen the latest news in the US, that now they're actually allowing allowing the federal government to hire people based on the skills they have, not only the degrees that they have acquired. So it tells you that there's a direction in the market in making sure that those that graduate with whatever degrees, they actually have certain basic skills that they can actually exhibit at work. And they're going after that, and they're going to test those graduates for it. So RIT is already a skills-based university, and we have all kinds of things to make sure that you acquire those skills before you graduate. One of them is actually requiring you to be immersed in work environment before you get your degree. The value of this is tremendous. We have seen it a lot, where students graduate with a bachelor degree, they spend months and sometimes years looking for their first job, and everybody knows that the gap between the degree that you've acquired and the first job really matters. So wasting any time on basic things like building up a good CV, building up interview skills, all these types, even work type skills that sometimes they test you in the interview. There's just no time to waste on doing that after you acquire your bachelor degree. At RIT, we absolutely have none of that. Our students are ready at graduation. Why? Because all of them will do a serious amount of internship, or what we call, again, co-op, before they graduate. So when they graduate, their CV is ready and polished. Because before we actually send you to your first co-op, you have to take a class on getting ready for the co-op, which will teach you all the things you need to know about building a good CV. Not only that, you have to take that CV and go get an internship, because we cannot guarantee you an internship. At the end of the day, we can't guarantee what the market will do, but we will help you get that internship. But you are required to go get that internship. So what that means is that by the time you're done with your co-op, your CV is basically ready. You know what it means to interview. You're not, for example, going to be depressed because an interview did not go well, or you got a negative answer from a particular company. A lot of new graduates, they get into depression because they couldn't get a particular job, not realizing that's really how it works. Again, our IT tigers when they graduate, they're ready because they've been through it. They don't waste any time getting their first job. So why am I telling you all about this? Because, well, we have a full office equipped to help you with all of this. After you are done with your first year, you need to really get very comfortable talking to that office, setting yourself up with it, and making sure that you have a good and very successful co-op experience. The third point I will talk to you about is our academic support services. So what happens if in the first semester, you're struggling with mathematics, or if you're studying engineering or some of our computing programs, you're struggling with physics or with writing. Well, we have something called academic support services. Within it, there is a tutoring center, there is a writing center. We actually source that center with people who will be able to help you. A lot of them are students just like you, but they are in their third or fourth year, and they have taken those subjects that you're struggling with and they have aced them. They're really good at it. And there's nothing like a student explaining to a peer something that that peer does not understand. We do realize that, and that's why we provide the platform for junior and senior student to help starting students and these challenging topics. And we have tutors in all areas, in mathematics, physics, chemistry, whatever that you're studying with, we do have tutors for. And if they're not there permanently, we can actually arrange for it. Also, we have a writing center. You know, you can take your writing exercise that you're working on, and you can get hints from those tutors that are available there in the writing center. They'll give you really important pointers, and our faculty participate in that activity. So be aware of it. It's very helpful, and it's something that you need to be aware of. Finally, let me tell you about faculty office hours. All faculty, when they deliver their lectures and they go to their offices, they actually have certain time that they set for meeting with all students that have questions. You know, in high school, you're probably used to just being with your teacher during class time, and if you have a question, you see him every day, and you may ask them. You're just used to asking them whatever questions you have in the next class. Well, in a university environment, sometimes you really need more than just one question. You need a lot more pointers, and that one-on-one with your faculty, class faculty, can be very, very useful. A lot of times I get students, with certain issues that they have, and I ask them, did you go see your faculty? And I find out they're not even aware of the office hours, or they're aware of them, but they're reluctant to go there. Well, that's really lost opportunity. All faculty, they publish their office hours. They post them on their doors, or these days, until we're out of this period, they can hold their office hours on Zoom. Whatever it is, whatever the mechanism is, they are available, and they deal with their office hours like they deal with their lecture. They're available for it, and it is time available for you to have that one-on-one. It's just an amazing resource. If you have an issue, make sure you actually talk to your faculty and use those office hours. They're very, very, very useful. I hope this has been productive, and you got a couple of important points there. It's already been almost 15 minutes. I wish I can take longer, but I can't, and I don't want to do that. As I promised in the beginning, these are just pointers to important things that hopefully will allow you to succeed that first semester. And again, I have to emphasize, we are available here for you. Now you know me, and you can always reach out. Whatever degree program that you are in, all the faculty members are available for you to help you. Each program has a department chair, and sometimes even a program coordinator. They are also available to help. Be aware of that, reach out, and we'll all make sure that you have all the help you need in order to make sure that you graduate on time, and when you graduate that you're very successful in whatever dreams that you have. Again, I hope this has been helpful. Again, congratulations on being an RIT Tiger, and I wish you all the best of luck.
A very warm welcome to RIT Dubai. I'm Ellen Yang from the Academic Advising Office, and I want to tell you a little bit about how advising works here at RIT, as well as some academic policies. First of all, I want to say congratulations. Congratulations first on getting accepted to RIT Dubai, for us choosing you, but also for you choosing us. I think you've made a wonderful decision. Not only academically will you be getting the best experience possible, but also in terms of the services that we hope to provide to you, the support that all the student services and academic services, including advising, hopes to give you during your time here. So what is academic advising? This might be a new term for many of you. Basically, we're your guides from today, during orientation, all the way through until you walk across the graduation stage. We're here to make sure that you have the best experience possible and that you reach your goal of getting that diploma that you will work so hard to get. So specifically what that means is that we're here to support your transition into university life. Moving from high school to university is a big deal. There are a lot of things that are very different. So we're here to kind of walk you through all the steps and all the differences. We'll help you choose your courses, understand your requirements for graduation, all the different policies and procedures that you need to follow in terms of grading and enrollment and any changes in your plan, things like that. We'll introduce you to the resources and opportunities available. If you're interested in studying abroad at our main campus or even in Croatia, we'll help you with that. We're also here to really just help you through any difficulties you might have academically in your courses, or if there's anything else going on in your life that's affecting you academically. We also work very closely with your faculty to support you together as a team. So who is your academic advisor? There are 4 academic advisors, 3 of whom are serving the undergraduate students, and each of you will be assigned to one of us based on your major. So I am Ellen, and I advise the mechanical engineering students. As you see, Ms. Jenna will be advising the electrical and computing students, and Ms. Natalia will be doing industrial and business programs. You will also each have a faculty advisor who's a professor in your major. So each of you will have 2 advisors, an academic advisor who kind of helps you with your overall program and overall policies, and then a faculty member who's an expert in the field that you're studying. Okay, so how can you contact your academic advisor? We try to make ourselves available as much as possible to you for any issues that you might have. The easiest way to contact us, especially these days with COVID and a lot of things being online and distance learning and things like that, is of course email. This is the most efficient because sometimes if we're in a meeting or not in our office, you might not be able to find us at that moment, but email will always be there and it's always available. You can email us directly from your SIS account, which you'll learn about later, and we will often email you with essential information. So get in the habit of checking your RIT email account every single day. Of course, we are also available in person to a limited extent now. But we have an office in room 118 in the Technopoint building. At this point, I will not be on campus this semester due to personal circumstances, but I will be available on Zoom. And Ms. Jenna and Ms. Natalia will be in their offices. So there will be in-person appointments available to a limited extent. All of you have required advising appointments every semester. So no matter what, we will connect throughout your time here. And of course, as needed, if issues arise, questions arise, you can reach out to us at any point. So as I mentioned before, the transition from high school to university is a big one. There are a lot of changes, not just academically, but probably happening in your own personal development. You're entering university as a high school student. When you graduate, you're going to be a working adult. So what happens in between there? We're trying to develop that independence and that responsibility. So one of the major changes that might feel a little different for you, but probably more for your parents, is the way we treat confidentiality. So confidentiality, your privacy, is very important to us. Not just yours, but everyone in the RIT Dubai community. We do not share personal information with just anybody who asks for it. According to the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, which is the law in the US, which we abide by, university students are in control of their own academic records. And you have to grant access for any third party or any outside person to view these records. This includes your parents and your guardians. Now, We encourage you to develop your independence, but we also really encourage parental involvement. No matter what, your parents are your parents. They're paying for your education, they care about you, they've raised you. So we're not saying, now you're independent, don't tell your parents anything. But we're saying, have a discussion with your parents, talk to them about what is the best level of involvement between the two of you, and then follow suit accordingly. So there are two ways for you to designate individuals who have the right to access your information. So your grades, your schedules, the number of credits you've completed, things like that. The first one is the release of information form. This is a form that we ask every single one of you to fill out online. The link is in the presentation, just click on it and fill out the form. This gives you the opportunity to designate specifically which individuals we can share information with, the faculty and staff at RIT Dubai. If we are approached by that person, then we can share information with. Now, RIT Dubai does not send out regular report cards like in high school. So this is only upon request. However, if you don't fill this out, and let's say your father calls us up and asks us, how's my son doing? We'll say, sorry, your son did not give us access to share your information, and that might not sit very well with your father. So do take this seriously, think about it, discuss with your parents what the best way to handle this is. The other way to share information is to grant on-demand access to your online account through e-services. So there's instructions in the second link where you can actually give whoever you would like the ability to create their own sign-in, and they'll be able to see your course schedule at any point in time, as well as your final grades and GPA at any point in time. So now I'm going to go over some kind of general academic policies for you to understand how things work at RIT Dubai, as many of you may come from different systems and different curriculum, and some of the terminology we use may not be familiar to you. So our academic year is made up of 2 semesters. We have the fall semester, which is what we're going to be starting in September, and it runs from September to December. And then we have the spring semester, which runs from January to May, and that makes up one academic year. Each semester is 14 weeks of classes, and then it ends with 1 week of final exams, okay? And you take a different set of courses each semester. So in the fall, you'll take a set of so many courses, finish the exams in that, and choose a new set of courses for the spring semester. In the summer, we do offer an optional summer term if you want to catch up on some courses or take some extra courses as well. Our academic calendar can always be found on our website, so the whole year's calendar is already up. You can find the exam schedule, the holidays. If you want to book vacations, hopefully if things open up soon, you can plan ahead of, using that calendar. Also, very importantly for parents as well, you'll also see when grades will be posted. You can't hide from your parents and say, oh, the grades aren't out yet, because it shows on the calendar when those grades will be out. So many of you are probably pretty anxious to find out what courses you're going to be taking this fall. Before you do that, you've probably been hearing about the placement tests that you must take. So depending on your major, you're required to take a different set of placement tests, which will help us know which courses to place you into. You must complete those before you can meet with the advisor to help you choose your courses, and you will have a scheduled appointment to meet with one of us to do that very soon. So to choose your courses, you need to understand a little bit about the academic program here at RIT Dubai. Once you meet with us, you'll learn the specifics of your major. But to get an overview of what to expect, I've broken down your program into 4 components, and these are all required components to graduate. So the first component are your major courses. This is the courses that you expect to take. An engineering student will be taking engineering courses. A computing student will be taking computing and programming students. That's what's going to make you an expert in the major that you chose, and it gives you really in-depth knowledge in that field. Some of those courses are required, and others you'll get a list to choose from of, to specialize in within that field. The second major component is what we call general education. Now this might be new to some of you. General education is not for depth, but for breadth, to give you a variety of courses and a variety of knowledge to make you not just an engineer who can talk about engineering, but an engineer who understands history and art and literature, or a business student who understands basic biological concepts. We're hoping to graduate well-rounded citizens of the world, not just an engineer who can speak about technical things. So the general education is made up of math, science, and liberal arts courses, and actually you're required to take almost half of your credits in general education. Again, some courses are required by your major and others you can choose from a list. The third component is called free electives. These are electives that you can choose from almost any university-bearing course. So it's really just for you to be able to take something that you're interested in that might not have anything to do with your requirements or your major. And then the last component is one of the hallmarks of the RIT education, and this is the cooperative education, which is a required work experience that every single one of you will have to do. Depending on your major, you have a different length of time that you need to complete, but every one of you will graduate with full-time work experience to put on your CV. One of the required courses that every single one of you will need to take is called RIT 365. This is a freshman experience course, which will immerse you fully into the RIT Dubai experience. It's designed to give you hands-on experiential learning about how the university works, what resources and opportunities are available to you, help you make connections with each other and other departments, helps you develop critical thinking and teamwork skills, and just generally provide you a foundation in your very first semester for success down the road. It is required for all freshmen and recommended for transfer students. It's graded on a pass-fail basis, so it doesn't affect your GPA, but you do get a final grade in the course. So we run on a credit system. Some of you may be familiar with that. Most American universities use the credit system. Each course is worth a certain number of credits. And credits usually typically correlate to the number of hours you would meet per week for that course. So a typical course carries 3 credits. So it would meet 3 hours per week, maybe Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday for 1 hour each. But some of our courses are only 1 credit. Some of our courses are 4 credits, and they might meet more or less according to the number of credits. The amount of work associated with that course usually correlates to the number of credits as well. So a typical course load per semester is about 15 credits. So 15 divided by 3, on average you'll take about 5 courses. But this varies depending on your program and where you are and what semester you're in. You can see in this chart that each major has a different number of required credits. So engineering requires a little bit more than the other 2. So you might be taking 16, 17 credits most semesters. Also, the co-op length is very different. Engineering requires 50 weeks, which is basically a full year. That's why the program is 5 years long. Computing and business, your co-ops will be done in the summers. So your program is still the normal 4 years. Okay, so to be considered a full-time student, you need to be taking 12 or more credits in one particular semester. And if you take more than 18 credits, you need special approval and to have a minimum GPA. So that's considered an overload, more than 18 credits. So typically students take between 12 to 18 credits. If for some reason you're taking less than 12 credits, that would be called being a part-time student, which is fine depending on your circumstances. You still have the same rights and access to the university. However, it may have some implications on your scholarship, tuition rates, honors eligibility, things like that. So just be aware of that. Okay, so I mentioned the placement test earlier. Let me talk a little bit more in detail about that because you will be taking those very soon and you need to understand how they impact you. So depending on your program, you'll be required to take a different set of placement tests. Everyone must take an English test. Most of you have probably done this already, either the TOEFL, the IELTS, or the MSAT. All of you must take the math placement test as well. And only the engineering and computing security students would need to take the physics placement test. Okay? These must be completed before you can choose your courses. So don't make your advising appointment until you've scheduled your placement tests. And be sure to prepare. Most of you have been on summer vacation for a couple months. You probably haven't looked at a math problem for that whole time. So do review the material a little bit. There's a link to some study guides. Go over it. Do your best. A placement test is not to, there's no pass-fail. It's just to see what you know, what you've been taught, and to put you into the right level course. Okay, so don't stress about it, but do your best because it can affect your graduation plan. So this chart shows you how the placement test affects your placement. So the top section shows you the English test. Based on your score, you might place into 4 different levels. If you place into the English Language Center, you're actually not eligible for any university courses. And depending on your score, you might place into Intro to Academic English, Critical Reading and Writing, or straight into Writing Seminar. Whichever course you place into, you take that for the first semester. The next semester, you move on to the next course. And in the end, every student must take Writing Seminar. The math placement test, depending on your major, you might place into one of 3 levels as well. So either Algebra, Pre-Calculus, and Calculus for Engineering, Computing, and Security, or Algebra, College Algebra, and Applied Calculus or Statistics for Business and CIT. So again, the final course in each section are required. The ones listed before that are kind of remedial to catch you up to be able to take the required course. The physics placement test determines if you need to take pre-university physics or not. Okay, and the very last thing I want to go over is just some important terminology that you need to understand for the first week of classes. So our classes for the fall semester start on August 30th. The first week after that is called add drop. During that time, you're free to change your schedule, add and drop courses, and it won't affect your record, it won't affect you financially, it will not show up anywhere if you drop a course during that time. After that, so until September 6th, you're free to do that. From September 7th onwards, if you, for some reason, feel like you need to drop a course, that would be called a withdrawal. And that course will remain permanently on your transcript with a grade of W, so it doesn't affect your GPA, but it does show that you withdrew from this course. Also, you will be charged for the course. So really take that first week every semester to make sure your schedule is set. You also cannot add courses after the first week because you will have missed, a significant amount of information. So during that first week, if you have any issues with the schedule that we've given you, come back to us, talk to us, email us, ask questions, talk to your professors, and we'll help you sort out your schedule. So thank you for your attention. We look forward to meeting each one of you, and make sure to register for your placement tests.